Yes, lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal Podcast Extra. My name is Cossy. We're going to be looking at player ratings. Arsenal beating Sunderland 5-1 to progress to the semi-finals of the EFL Carabao Cup. Wonderful performance. Really wonderful performance. NKETIAH on fire with a hat-trick. Basically, I mean, I would give him man of the match, but if you've watched me on Cossy's Arsenal Podcast, the main channel, I said Nicola Pepe was actually better for me than NKETIAH, because NKETIAH got on the score sheet. He was getting into those areas very well, but Pepe was actually creating everything, every magic that was happening on the pitch. Nicola Pepe was creating it. So we're gonna be doing our player ratings. But before we get into that, I will ask you to subscribe to this channel, and I will also ask you to be a very kind-hearted person and smash a like on the video. So people, a broader picture of the game. I think Arsenal really played well. It's a game where we dominated right from minute 1 to minute 90. We were very brave in possession, out of possession. We did every aspect from the first half to the second half. Everything, every aspect of that game. We were better. We were actually the better side. I didn't see moments where, Sunderland really stayed up for long. Yes, they had some moments when they scored that goal. I thought it was a very beautiful goal. I thought they really created it with absolute style and absolute sincerity. But apart from that, I really don't see any. I really struggle to find, any other good moments that they had, as a team. They were really not up to the standard, honestly, with Arsenal. But of course, there have been some very good performances. Nicola Pepe had a masterclass of a performance. You only wonder whether he can get that performance again in the Premier League, if he can actually start finding his form in the Premier League, because that is where it matters. Arsenal now fighting for the top 4. You need Pepe. We need Pepe. We need him to be back at that level where he's a good player, where he's constantly providing something for the team. If he can do that, then definitely I've got no problems with him. I got no issues with Nicola Pepe. Charlie Patino has scored his first goal ever for Arsenal, coming on for Emil Smith-Rowe. Very good goal. Very good composure from the young lad. 10 minutes and his written statements all over the footballing world. It's going to be a big thing. Charlie Patino, we've already spoken about him. It's going to be a big thing. Whether you like it or you do not like it, Patino is going to be an interesting player. So Charlie Patino there scoring his first goal, and NKETIAH scoring a hat-trick. He has made it 9 goals out of the last 9 EFL games he has played, starting 7 by scoring 9. Of course, look, Eddie. I don't believe he has a future. I don't believe he has a future with Arsenal, but I think he has a future. When you look at those goals that he really, that he scored, just imagine if he was playing for a mid-table side like West Ham, the likes of Bowen all creating for him, the likes of Pablo Fornals creating for him, the likes of Benrahma creating for him. He's gonna have the service. I don't think he's gonna have it. Have the service. Arsenal. He's not going to have that chance. To be, to play for Arsenal. We're not going to wait him for that match. Yet, at a club like Brighton, they would actually wait for him. But anyway, getting into the player ratings now. Ban Leno, 7 out of 10. I think he considered a goal. He didn't have much to do about the goal, if he had kept a clean sheet, I would have given him 8 or 9 out of 10. But not failing to keep a clean sheet against Sunderland, 7 out of 10. Rob Holding, my captain today, I'll give him a 7 out of 10 as well. I think it was just one of those average performances, just okay. Not really outrageously poor, not really very high, but just okay. I'll give him 7 out of 10. Ben White, 8 out of 10. I think he was the pillar of the defense. He really did a very good job. He was talking. He was organizing his defense. He was talking to his fellow defenders. You could have thought he was the captain, but he wasn't. So Ben White, there, I'll give him an 8 out of 10. I think was really impressive. Then Cedric, I'll give him an 8 out of 10 as well. Cedric was really impressive, running very fast, tracking back, up front, and going front and tracking back. He was really impressive in that game. So I'll give him an 8 out of 10. Nuno Tavares, 7.5 out of 10. I think he needs clarity in this game. He needs to be more clear with what he wants to do as a player. But of course, there has to have a generational talent in Nuno Tavares. Mohamed El Neni played alone today. I was surprised that Ainsley didn't make it to the squad, to the starting lineup. But of course, you had you had El Neni playing alone in the pivot. I think he did a great job. You can give him a 7 0.5 out of 10. We can give him a 7.5 out of 10. His job, well done. I don't think we should rate him lower or higher, because he came onto the pitch, did his job, was not so different, was not very exceptional. But of course, you bring in a player to do his job, he does it. You pay him 7.5 out of 10. Martin Odegaard, who I thought was the better player in the midfield today, I will really provide him with an 8 out of 10. He should have scored today, Martin. He should have scored today. But of course, he's getting more and more in those areas where you want him to be. So Martin Odegaard, 8 out of 10. Emile Smith-Rowe, 6 out of 10. I wasn't really 6.5 out of 10. I wasn't really satisfied, but the fact that he was played a little bit out of position, where he plays was actually occupied by Florian Balogun, who had played as a support striker, because we know Mikel Arteta's wingers are more likely to be support striker. So Smith-Rowe today is 6.5 out of 10. Not a bad performance, but not one that I really recommend to see all of the time. Balogun, 7. Young lad, has energy. I love his energy. He's always trying something. He's always going, throwing himself in there for the duels. 7 out of 10 is okay for him. Nicola Pepe, 10 out of 10. There's nothing you demand from Nicola Pepe. 2 assists and a goal. You really demand something more from Nicola Pepe? What exactly are you demanding? I'll give him that. I'll definitely give him that. And then lastly, Eddie Nketiah, 10 out of 10. A hat trick for your number 9, and you do not give him full marks. Are you mad? The manager, 10 out of 10. It's a good performance. Yeah, 10 out of 10. We've seen Mikel Arteta's blueprint really, in that game. So basically, lads, that's it. Eddie Nketiah shines, Patino shines, and of course Arsenal through to the semi-finals, where we could face Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs, West Ham, Leicester City, or Brentford. Let's wait and see who will actually, who will we face in the semi-finals, and subsequently in the final, if we actually get there. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me speak to you in the next one.